Hi there and welcome to another episode of My Currency Transfer TV. So after our two previous episodes on Bitcoin, we've had a number of requests for a third video. Many people have asked us if there are actually any downfalls to Bitcoin. So today we bring you our summary of the highs and lows of Bitcoin as the virtual currency currently stands. So what are the pros of Bitcoin? At some point, Bitcoins will become rare and harder to mine. There is currently no authority that can determine the production of Bitcoin or at least have some sort of control over its supply. Those that criticise the bureaucratic system will value this. However, those who feel that a regulative authority is important to maintain fiscal stability will be more concerned by this characteristic. Some people may find the fact that Bitcoins are more anonymous than a bank account an advantage. With Bitcoins, you can create your own wallet on your computer without supplying any personal information to anyone to set up your account. Another pro is that the number of wallets you can create is unlimited. And thirdly, no high-ranking authorities have the ability to oversee the transaction record or confiscate Bitcoins from someone in possession of them. Trying to figure out which wallets or accounts belong to whom would be extremely difficult, as would gaining accessibility to the private key used to authorize a transaction. So let's move on to the cons now. If Bitcoin eventually got into the hands of governments, they could pass regulations or even restrict Bitcoin usage. This would mean that anyone in possession of Bitcoins would automatically have their balance, so to speak, wiped, losing out on any current value of their Bitcoins. Bitcoins are deficient of many secure methods and safety measures used by banks. For instance, if you were to lose your wallet details, you would completely lose out. What would essentially happen is that your Bitcoins would disappear back into cyberspace, where they originated from. If another person gets hold of your private key, the ability to undo any unauthorized transactions would essentially be impossible. Of course, banks would detect such activity as fraud and take relevant action, which is not the case with Bitcoin. In spite of this, there are some features that could permit you to prevent such cases if you facilitate them ahead of time. And lastly, there is no guarantee that Bitcoin will be around in the future or if they will retain any value. The Bitcoin phenomenon literally comprises of a group of hobbyists, so who knows how long that will last. Of course, some collectors hope to profit if Bitcoin eventually extends to a standard currency that can be exchanged in shops, supermarkets, and so forth. Ultimately, users will grow tired of the whole concept if they are not frequently able to use their coins to purchase things. So we hope you have enjoyed today's episode of My Currency Transfer TV, and are now clued up as to what the pros and cons of Bitcoin are. What are your thoughts on this virtual currency? Why not tweet us at MyCurrencyTrans? We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.